Many special guests in the Rocket City tonight, some of them in for a very special event that's going to happen in 2012, but they're talking about it tonight, and Chief Meteorologist Dan Satterfield live at the Space and Rocket Center. Good evening, Dan.
And good evening, Greg. Guess what happened 47 years ago today? Do you know?
What's that?
John Glenn was the first American to orbit the Earth.
Absolutely.
On this day. My mom set me in front of the TV. I frankly do not remember it. I was only 3 years old. But tonight is a big announcement, actually. You know, NASA's been putting people in space since around 1961, but a new group is hoping to get people into space on their own, and it's called Americans in Orbit. 50 years, because we're coming up on the 50th anniversary of people going into space for the first time. I'm here with Howard Chipman, and I'm going to get your name wrong here, so say it for me again.
Veronique.
Veronique Balsa. And you two hope to ride the first educational spacecraft into orbit, right?
That is correct.
All right.
In 3 years.
In 3 years. It'll be in 2012. And this is basically being done, what? To get kids interested in science, math, technology, correct?
Yes, we want to motivate the young people to get involved in space and science and just help them fulfill the dreams that we think have been neglected for the last 20 or 30 years.
That's right. And Veronique, where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil?
But I'm actually an American citizen now.
Right.
And I'm very proud to be here tonight because this is a momentous occasion.
It's an amazing location, isn't it? Just to stand here and see. And I don't know if folks at home, I probably should have said where I am. I'm out at the Space and Rocket Center. If you have not been out to see the Saturn V moon rocket, the culmination of man's technology in the 1960s, there is no better display of this anywhere in the world. There's 3 of them left. 2 of them are outside, but 1 of them is in a beautiful museum setting. So in 3 years, we hope to see you folks going into orbit, right?
Yes, 3 years to this day, hopefully.
All right. Well, go ahead.
It won't be in this rocket.
No,
but it will be in a Falcon 9.
Yeah, from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, right?
Absolutely.
All right. It's a very worthy endeavor because, as you know, we are far behind the rest of the world in science, technology, and math in this country. I spend a lot of my time trying to get students interested. And again, if you've never been out to see this, you're closest in the world compared to the rest of the world. I have to travel thousands of miles to see it, so you really should. Back to you.
Absolutely it is, Dan. Thank you very much.
Well, Dan Satterfield with you again out at the Space and Rocket Center. And as I said a few minutes ago, if you have not been out here yet to see the Saturn V basically hung from the ceiling in this cavernous room, it is truly an amazing sight. You know, there are 2 others. There's one at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, and there's also one at the Manned Spacecraft Center in Houston, but they're outside. This one has been restored. It looks the way it looked when it was launched. It is also, what I'm told, one of the most accurate. I mean, this is actually one of them that could have gone into space when they ended the Apollo program. This one is the most complete, so really something to see. And again, Americans in Orbit, the 50th anniversary of the first manned space flight. In 3 years, they're hoping to send people up as well into orbit from the Canaveral Air Force Station. Something outside, do it Saturday morning. If you just want some sunshine and you don't mind a little cold, Sunday will be nice and dry, although a bit on the breezy side. So that's how it looks out here, Greg. We'll see you back at 6 o'clock.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Dan. I'll certainly echo a staggering sight when you go out there and see that. CBS Evening News is next. Jerry Hayes in at 6 o'clock. WHNT.com for all your news and weather.